sharp as razors. But either way, I told him, no, you can't have the sword. It's not a good idea. I did in terribly. And so went home, put it down, didn't even think anything else of it, just had it sitting at the top of my dresser so he couldn't get to it. Well, so that was part one. Part two is actually took Preston Friday morning to the doctor. And he went to the doctor, and this kind of give you the update of where he's at as well. Took Preston to the doctor on Thursday or Friday morning. He had a bump on his arm, and he was playing outside. And so he's out in the field at Rayland, just playing with the other kids. And so we thought maybe he just got a little bug bite. At first we thought it was maybe a fire ant bite because he kind of had a little white head on it. Then it swelled up a little bit more, and the redness kind of continued to spread. And we said, well, maybe that's a lot more than a bug bite, a little ant bite. That may be a spider bite. And so we were getting a little concerned. So I actually took him to the doctor. Doctor told us a couple things to do and gave him an antibiotic. Well, he took the antibiotic, and about an hour and a half later, after the antibiotic, he became deathly ill. I mean, vomiting nonstop. And it wasn't just vomit because he hadn't had much to eat that day, but he had some to eat. But it was like a lime green vomit that was foam. And it was very unusual, something that we haven't seen before. And so we became very concerned about it. We called the doctor's office back. The pediatrician said, you need to get him to the emergency room immediately. And so we got him to the emergency room. And what ended up happening was kind of a comparison between the bump a little bit. But majority of the fact was from the antibiotic that he was given, named Bactrim, was the name of the antibiotic. And he was deathly allergic to it. He said he cannot have this. And so it was just a long story that it messed up his gastro thing for a while. He was just vomiting and diarrhea and all this stuff for several days, very dehydrated, continuously on fluids and some other stuff that they'd given him. And we were kind of weird because when we got there, we didn't think we were staying very long. We thought maybe they'd treat it, send us home, and then that wasn't the case. We were being admitted the next thing we know, and we were actually staying in for the night, and we thought it was a one-night show. And the next day, doctor came in with the same concerns and everything. Nope, you're still going to have to stay, and you're going to be here another day. And I had stepped away. Came back to the church to take care of a few things. And the physician assistant came in and told Ashley, she said, I'm here till Tuesday, and we may be seeing you till then. And so we were actually just kind of really weird because when your child gets sick, you're a little bit more concerned. You're on edge. And so we didn't know 100% what was going on. And then they said, well, he may have, MRSA. We never know what's going on. And it was just one thing, boom, 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 after another. We're like, what in the world's going on? And then finally they just said nothing else about the MRSA. Then they came in last night. We had some visitors from the church came in, and they were treating him for the MRSA. And we were like, well, I thought you said that we didn't have that. She said, well, that's in the chart. You need to do that. And so me and Ashley stayed up late. We were just talking, praying, and sitting together. And we were like, what in the world's going on? And these are great doctors, great staff, but there was just something that was outside of this whole thing that we're trying to figure out. And so, needless to say, I stayed up, I prayed and studied and did my thing last night that I always do at the house. And I got up very early this morning. I was probably here about 6:30 or 7 this morning, drove from the hospital, got here, and I stayed the night there and got here this morning. And Ashley called me just before church, and she was going to give me the update. The doctors that came in and did everything. Doctor said that he's good, doesn't have the MRSA, that was just kind of wiped out. No need to worry about that whatsoever, so we're good there. And doctor came in, checked him, everything. He ate a little bit of breakfast, looks a little bit better. He was actually playing some last night, playing this morning. Doctor came in and said, you know what? Y'all go and take him home today. I think he's going to be good to go.